Today we are going to be retouching one of the most anticipated images that everybody has been waiting for on my timeline. This all happened after the photo shoot with Karma that I did, which got everybody talking about. And without much talks, I want us to go straight up and retouch this image. I basically use Adobe Photoshop and Camera Raw for my editing, and here are images of Karma that we took from the photo shoot, and I have chosen to retouch this particular image that I used as my thumbnail for the behind the scene video that we did. And without much talks, let's open this in Photoshop. So I'm using Photoshop 2020 and it serves me just as fine as anything. So first thing that comes up is my camera, where I'll be doing some of the editing, like checking my lighting and whitening of eyes, making sure my background is okay. You can see the image is pretty sharp, and first thing I want to do is to work on her eyes. So you can see that the red veins in her eyes are showing very clear right there, and I don't want to lose much details there. So one thing I always advise people to do is to whiten eyes here in Camera Raw. You don't want to use curves, or you don't want to use brightness, so here is like one of the best places that I normally prefer whitening my eyes, or whitening my model eyes. So I'll come to this guy right here. I click and I select my brush where I get to mask the area that I want to work on. So you want to zoom in very well so that you don't spill out your brush. So these are the areas that I'm interested in working. Don't be a lazy guy where you get to zoom out and mask. So you want to zoom in properly and mask properly. Get your work done neatly. So reduce the size, come down a bit. And one thing I always want to do is also to ensure that the eyes look realistic as possible. So that's what Camera Raw gives you, because at the end of the day you realize that the eyes are looking original and not looking whitish, unlike what curves will give you. So just want to brush over here a bit. So I got that. So I want to push up my whites a bit and then move the temperature to the blues a bit and increase my exposure a bit. Shadows is okay. Bring down my shadows, take up my whites. So let's see what before and after looks like. Before and after. So that's it. I want to still reduce my exposure a bit. Yeah, let's see before and after. Yeah, so that looks fine. So you can see that the red veins are still showing there, just there, still fine. So I don't want it too whitish so that it doesn't look fake. Next, I want to work on my background. I like the bokeh that I achieved from this shoot. The lens did a very great magic. By the way, this is 70 to 200 G Master Mark II lens that I used, Sony 70 to 200 G Master Mark II, and it's a pretty lens that gives you a very nice bokeh. So I want a bit detail to show up in the background. So you can see if I pop up my shadows take care of the dark areas. If I pop up my shadows, the background comes to life more, at least. So I may be interested in boosting the greens behind. this green area. So what I want to do is I'll come down to color mixer. I'll select this green guy here and then push up my saturation. So I think it's okay there. I'll come back up here to my light. Shadow looks okay, and I think every other thing looks just fine and ready to be exported to Photoshop. So let's open this guy up. Welcome to Photoshop. So next thing I want to do is to crop this image. So I want to crop to 4:5 because I want to upload on Instagram as well, and 4:5 will work just fine for Instagram. So I want more of the face in, and this place is just okay. By the way, if you are interested in this raw file, I'm dropping the link down in the description, so you can also get the raw file. Edit, tag me on Instagram at Andeva Photography. So if you are interested in editing this particular image as well, I'm dropping a link down in the description. You can download the image, retouch, and let's see who wins this retouching battle. I want to see what you can do as well. Tag me on Instagram at Andeva Photography when you are done retouching. So let's continue. And we are done cropping the image. So next thing we want to do is to remove skin blemishes. So I'm using this guy right here, this bottling brush tool. So I start picking. You always want to set the diameter just a bit bigger than the spot you want to remove. You don't want your brush to be too big, otherwise it gets to ruin your skin texture. You can forward this part of me removing the skin blemishes if you choose to. However, sometimes I get to remember some things that I get to share whenever I'm bored like this. She doesn't have much blemishes, so I won't be wasting much time here. And by the way, sorry, there's a mistake here. I'm just trying to show you how to quickly retouch an image in less than 30 minutes. Alright, so that's just fine. So next thing, I'll start my frequency separation, and I have Retouching Academy here with me, and this is a 16-bit image, and what you need to do is just to click here on 16-bit. So I'm leaving my radius at 6.4 and click OK. So looking at this image, one thing you notice is she has shadows that have been casted under her. She has some shadows that have been casted at around her eye bags as a result of the eyelashes, you know. So we want to take care of that and then arrange her skin tone properly. So I'm going to come here, select my mixer brush tool, and I start stroking. So I want to take care of, before you start stroking the brushes, I want to turn off the high frequency, which is responsible for texture. So I turn off the texture layer and then I start stroking. I'm going to create a different video teaching you how to stroke your brushes. Some people only hear about frequency separation, but they don't know how to stroke their brushes yet, or others that feel they are doing frequency separation very well, they still don't know how to stroke their brushes properly yet. So what they get to do is, most of the time, they end up ruining their images. So you can just follow my lead and see how I'm stroking my brush. But I will give you a quick tip here. What you want to do is, because her eye bag here is a dark area and over here is the highlight, you want to click and hold on the highlight and then drag towards the shadows to clear the dark areas up. So that's what you want to do. And you come over here, click and hold from the bright area and stroke towards the shadow. So if you don't know how to stroke yet, there are still many things that you need to understand. Just drop a comment down in the comment section. Let me know you are interested in learning. I'm going to create a separate video, a different video, and show you how to stroke properly. This area is very important when arranging your skin tone, so you want to take care of it very properly. Now try to define the highlight on her nose and shadows. So I think that works just fine. Over here now. And by the way, the makeup was done properly, so that's another thing that you want to get done properly before your photo shoot. You want to get a nice makeup artist so that the person doesn't get to ruin your work for you or give you much stress later on when retouching. This makeup was done by Dudu's Makeover. You can check him out on Instagram. He's a great makeup artist here in Abuja. Abuja is the federal capital of Nigeria, just in case you don't know where Abuja is. And I live in Abuja. If you don't want to watch this detailed video of me stroking my brushes, you could skip, but however, I like to gist with my audience, I like to gist with my viewers, teach some things, drop some tips, and at this point, if you have any question as well, don't forget to drop down in the comment section. I'll be answering your questions as well. So this particular image is a soft work to do, so I'm just rushing over because it doesn't have much work and her skin is just as smooth and free from blemishes as possible. You can check her out as well on Instagram. The link to her Instagram profile is down in the description. Alright, so at this point I think that's just fine. So I'll turn on my texture. So let's see the before and after. This is before and this is after. So as you can see, what I've done with my frequency separation, I've kind of worked on the skin tones properly, and her skin is evenly toned out now and looking just beautiful. Skin texture has been retained, and if I want to add the texture, I can still go ahead by duplicating my high frequency texture here. If I duplicate this, I can now right click and create a clipping mask. Then come over to filter, other high pass, and leave it at 1.5. And for me, this is just too much right now. Maybe you can take it down to 0 and add gradually. Yeah, but I think it's too much for me. Sorry. So I rather turn it off. Sorry. So for this particular image at this point, we are done. This is before and this is after. I am not doing any dodge and burn either. At this point, I feel I'm just okay with my image. However, if we want, we can still take it to the next level by adding a lot file to this particular image. So let's go through my lot files and see what we can achieve by adding some lots to this, should I say color grade. Let's see what we get from color grading by adding a lot file. So go to color lookup. So let's see. Let me start from here. No. Okay, so this is looking nice. So let's see. Let me change the blending mode to something else. Luminosity, color, hue, color. I can leave this on color. If I leave this on color, let me try reducing the opacity. Bring this down. I can leave this at 51. So let's see what before looks like. This is before and this is after. Before and after. So it kind of adds more saturation to the image, which I think it's fine because before her skin looks kind of pale, dark kind of, and with this now it brings more vibrance to the image, which I think it looks just fine. And if you are interested in this particular color lookup, you can drop a comment. Just drop lookup in the comment section, add your email address, and I will send you this lot file. So let me know what you think about this editing that I have just done here. Do you think it's beautiful? Because with what I have seen here, it is ready to be exported and saved on Instagram to promote my work. And this could be you as well, following my steps, and I just get to show you how you get to boost your profile out there on the social media space. If you haven't watched behind the scenes of how I got this particular image, you can use the link down in the description or the link that is popping up right now, and it will take you to behind the scenes of where I took this particular image. If you've subscribed to my channel, don't forget to turn on your post notifications so that you don't get to miss my upcoming videos. And if you're not a subscriber, I want to thank you so much for sparing a few minutes to watch this particular video of mine. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me. And most importantly, let me know, rate my editing skills down in the comment section on a rate of 1 to 10. And most importantly, I really appreciate if you can share this video to your loved ones or your followers out there on other social media space. Thank you so much for watching.